Okay, it's 1-1, having fun.
Chuck Evans, are you in the house? Chuck Evans, C. Paul.
Brian HAFF. Shooting now, he plays out of Chicago. Out of Chris's Billiards. Uses an Adams cue. Been playing billiards for 30 years, and his favorite player is Danny Sanchez for his ability and style. Sure. Mark plays out of Roseville in California. We've had him. He's played on our stream before. And we're joined also by Dave Gross.
Hello.
Who is, he's our ringer for this tournament out of Colorado.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So this just a side note. Mark, I've known for a lot of years.
I see.
Because I moved to Colorado from Northern California.
Okay.
So I've known Mark for a long time.
Sitting down, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Brian, I was at a One Pocket tournament, onepocket.org, members only tournament, at Chris's Billiards. And my wife's best friend from college came to watch me play, brought her daughter, who was in high school, who got bored silly watching One Pocket and started looking around the room.
Okay.
Saw them playing three cushion, was interested, and Brian took a lot of time explaining to it, and then after his match was over, he took her to the table and gave a lesson.
Oh, that's nice.
He is one nice man. So is this game important to see who goes into the round of 16?
You know, I don't have the flight in front of me, so I couldn't tell you how crucial this match is for either player.
I think Brian has one loss.
But I'm guessing if you want to lose with 19 points. That's pretty much. Right. That's the standard here when it comes to when you're looking at overall points, you know.
So Brian is very knowledgeable and does a great job of explaining this game.
Oh, that's nice. It's always good to have, the game spelled out to you a little, the basics, because it's a very difficult game and very, even for a proficient pool player, it can be tough and difficult to see the shots, the better shots.
And the proper technique,
yes.
Even once you see the shots.
Yeah. Another very good tutor in this game I found is Hector Ocampo, who plays out of, he owns $1 Million Billiards. He's very, very good at explaining the game.
He's been around the greatest players in the world because he's hosted so many top flight tournaments.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice match. I came from behind to win 20-19.
You and Hector?
Yep. He played really well. So do you know what the schedule is by any chance for the next round?
I don't believe we're playing any finals today. We're going to probably do a draw today. And then we've got Florian Kohler coming in later this evening.
And what time is that?
I believe we're scheduled for 8 p.m. Pacific Standard, which is 9 p.m. our time. We're in Mountain Time Zone right now. And if I'm not mistaken, also Mason is going to provide some instruction as well.
That'll be great.
To some of the players here and some of the spectators. So.
All right, let's get back to this game here. So this is a perfect example of having choices. You can go off the outside of the red ball and come around 3 rails, possibly 5.
Yeah.
Or you could go the yellow ball, but you're putting a kiss in harm's way.
Looks like he's playing the natural.
Yeah.
Very good shot.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to play it, but that's what I like about the game, all the choices you have.
Uh-huh. That's kind of like, like one pocket as well, a lot of choices.
Exactly. That's why I gravitated to one pocket. It's kind of the same rhythm and thought process. So this probably be a short angle inside of the yellow ball and get 3 rails. Long, short, long. And you always have to be careful not to touch another ball, because that's a foul. You don't lose any points in this game, no matter what you do, but you do give up the table.
Have you had a chance to play, Brian?
No. Never did. No, and at Chris's, he was busy instructing Lizzie.
Yeah.
And just as a side note, she's a golfer in high school.
Oh, okay.
After that instruction, for whatever reason, I'm making billiards the reason this happened. She won her first tournament.
Oh, no kidding. So she went and played golf and found her inner game of billiards.
Exactly right. And now
nice shot by Mark.
Now she's in college, and she's playing golf there.
Well, I would hope to see you again in May if you want to come here for the summer shootout, which is 5,000 added.
Yeah, that probably won't happen. This just worked. This just worked out. I have a commitment every Thursday.
Huh?
I have a
It's
commitment.
not 5,000 added? That's what the poster says, my dear.
Well, regardless.
That's what the poster says.
Could have been 50,000. I'm still not coming.
Really? My goodness. Every man has his price. He wants to play off the yellow, but he's got to be careful not to drive into the red here.
Yeah, he's going to cut it and go 4 rails and come short.
Yeah.
You want to hit about the second diamond up on the long rail and get closest to the red.
That red looks almost frozen to the cushion. Yeah, he played that.
But this way makes it a big ball, even though it's frozen. These tables play a little bit sharp, so you're going to come off at that angle, and you have a good chance of, even if you hit that 5th rail, of catching an edge. So here's another choice. Do you go left off the red and with right-hand English to drop it in, short, long,
I like
short.
that shot. It looks like exactly what he's doing.
Or you can go the other way if you prefer, where you hit
he-
left-hand English and
Like draw back, right?
yeah, but you don't really have to draw it. It's like a tips of English type of system. You would have a 3-diamond spread, so you would hit 3 tips of English. This may be short. Just missed. So I know you've been streaming 3-cushion for a while. How long have you been playing?
Technically, I'd say I've been playing a couple of years. But, you know, how much time do I put into that? Maybe 6 hours a month, if that, you know?
Right.
Not enough.
Yeah. You do enough between all the streaming and trying to play pool. It's a good shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
And do you have any information on the payout of this tournament?
That would be a Geraldine question.
Do you have any information on the payout?
Sorry?
The payout of this tournament?
Dave Gross trying to figure out how much he's making at this event.
Well, I'm in some kind of money, but I don't know if that's $20 or $200.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good shot.
That's a good shot. The white ball just snuck maybe a little too far to come off the red as a short angle. You might have to play it off the white, the top of the white, into the 3 rails.
So let me ask you something. What interrupted your exploration into the 3-cushion, the sport of 3-cushion? You know, like I know you stopped playing. You were actually a promising player 20 years ago, and then you stopped and you started playing 1 pocket. What happened? What was it? Some sort of?
Well, no, I don't really play much of anything on a regular basis, but I've always been pretty much a part-time player. I mean, after my first few years when I was younger, I played a lot.
Yeah.
But no, I went back to school in '77, and other than playing in 1 tournament around 1980 sometime,
Yeah.
I stopped playing until my wife decided to go to law school, and we had now lived in the Bay Area in California.
I see.
So I only started playing pool and billiards again at that time just to get out of her hair so she could study.
I see. Okay.
So then we moved to Colorado. I played pool for a couple years, but then work gets in the way and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
and then Jerry Karsh owned Shakespeare's in Denver, which had billiard tables. Jerry used to be a USBA president,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I've known him for a long time.
Yeah,
So
co-founder of the USBA with George,
Oh, is that right? George
That's-
Aronak,
yeah.
another friend of mine from Southern California.
who incidentally was supposed to make it to this event this year. But
No kidding.
yeah, but he had some issues. He's no longer able to drive really long distances because of his eyesight. And so he was trying to figure out, can I afford to fly and hotel and all that.
Right. I would have loved to have seen him. I didn't know that he almost came.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways.
if you come to California, come on to the Elks Lodge. George is there quite often.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. But then there were no billiard tables for a long time. There's no billiard tables in Fort Collins. And then I found the Greeley Senior Center, which is about 40-minute drive from me.
Yeah.
They had a heated Gabriel's and a non-heated older, like a Brunswick type table. So I would go there once in a while to play. And then a couple years ago, some of the guys were thinking of coming down here for the Nationals.
Yeah.
Got me thinking about it, but Edgy's in Milpitas, which is my home room that I moved away from, they were having a tournament a couple months after. So I decided to go to that one. That's the first tournament I played in like 24 years or something like that.
I see.
And that was fun. I made it to the final 8. I had to play Pedro Buena, or whatever his last name is.
Piedro Buena.
Yeah, I had to play him 3 times in that tournament.
No kidding. Wow.
And I told him if I beat him, I'm going to shave his beard off.
You didn't beat him.
No. So, anyways, then I didn't do anything, and then Dennis Diekman passed away.
Yeah. Okay, Geraldine's got a little update for us.
No,
Stand by. Okay, we wanted to report the payouts to you. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to you guys out there. Oh, and by the way, hi to John Henderson. I see you in the chat room. We're not ignoring you.
Andy. I'm ignoring him.
Dave is ignoring you. Unbeknownst to you guys, Mason has fallen ill. He's gotten, I think, the flu. As of the last couple of days. And so it's been very difficult for us to kind of get a confirmation on a few things here and there. We find out usually at the last minute, and we're expecting that also with the payouts. So unfortunately, we don't have the payout information for you yet. We're waiting to hear back from Mason. And as far as this evening, we may only have Florian available. I don't know, maybe we can schedule some instruction with somebody else who is here. That might not be a bad idea. Instead, to sit in Mason's place, but more on that as it develops. And we'll probably just do a draw this evening. We won't run any finals matches this evening.
So it'll probably start around 10 a.m. in the morning, I would think, if we're doing everything tomorrow.
Yeah, I would imagine around 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Would be 9 a.m. Pacific Standard. We'll let the players get that extra hour of rest, because they've had to show up every morning at 9 a.m. for their first match.
Should we start a rumor that Mason ran off with the money?
We could. Yeah, that's always good fodder for any tournament that you
Mason's
attend.
my buddy. I'm not being, I'm being a little mean to him. But
yeah, he's retired from the USBA and has run off with the last of the
beautiful
of the dough. How's that?
I want my membership back.
Yeah. Hendy has just told a little joke in the chat room that you're shooting for 5th, 6th.
Right. No 5th, 6th, though, this tournament. You could do 9th through 16. So what's going to happen is there's 16-person single elimination final. If you lose the first round, you're out. No more play. Yeah. So that's 9 through 16. We'll all get the same amount of money. And then if you lose the next round, which would be 5th through 8th, there's going to be some sort of playoff to see who gets 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place money. And it'll be like that throughout the remainder of it.
Yeah. It'll be a full day of play, and we won't be able to stream every match, so we'll be updating you guys in the commentary booth as to real-time scores as they develop.
But just
on other tables.
But the background of Hendy's comment, we played maybe 2 or 3 different tournaments that we both finished 5th, 6th, and he always says he finished 5th and I finished 6th.
I see. Henderson says, hey, they have a 3-cushion table in San Ramon?
Really?
Well, it has a question mark at the end of it, so I don't know what that actually means.
Oh, I don't know. I've never been in that room.
Oh, he's just telling you they have I think. I don't know.
That's that room close to where we used to live.
But I can't imagine. I haven't seen it at Crown Billiards.
Where else would it be?
I don't know. We're hanging on his every word now. We're waiting for him to reply.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to this. It's 4-9. We're 14 innings in, or is it 13? 13 innings in. Brian has I don't know. It's a medium difficulty shot here.
It's a tough shot.
The red is down at the bottom at the third diamond, the middle diamond.
If the yellow ball was where the red was and they were reversed, you would
Much easier.
You would come off the left side of the one down there with speed, so it's safe as well as giving a chance to score it. But this becomes more difficult. So he's trying to drop it in.
Very difficult shot.
And he'll do it at soft speed to keep the yellow ball on that end of the table and the white and the red over here.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
That's terrific.
She's a keeper. Look at that shot. That was very nice.
So did Mark break this match?
I'm sorry. Did he break it?
Yeah, did he break?
Did
Mark break?
Yes.
Okay,
I believe he
so
did.
Brian's keeping the inning. So this is the 14th inning that they're
Sorry.
playing right now.
Oh, no. My mistake. Brian broke. He's playing the white, and he broke. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, we'll find
Wait a
out
minute,
who
though.
flips the inning
Yeah, whoever
charts.
flips the chart.
That's-
Nice, another nice point.
Yep.
How do you like? Do you like play this rail first, or just goes direct?
No, I think there's enough ball that you could hit the ball first.
Brian's on a run of 2.
And what I mean by enough ball off of the rail a little bit, that you just need to hit slightly the right side of the red ball, just like that.
Oh, I see. Right in the corner.
Much better control that way. Rail first is always just a judgment, and you either use a technique to lengthen it up if you think you're hitting more ball than what you need to do, but it's not that easy. So if that yellow is like a ball and a half's width, he can go left long rail first with left-hand English, hit the ball, and then spin out of that corner.
I'm told that Mark actually, I wasn't here for the I apologize. I wasn't here for the beginning.
Oh.
Mark broke with the yellow.
So so Brian tried to double kiss it back and drop it into the red ball. Yeah, you could tell he should be moving the inning thing, and then you'll know who played second.
Yeah. We did not stipulate that the players, if you win the lag, you have to choose the white ball.
Right.
So we've given these players a little freedom to choose which color they want to play with, as long as you win the lag. But it's not a no-brainer for us to know who broke, and unless you watched from the very beginning. Dropping in.
Yeah, almost.
I don't know. Yeah.
He might leave a ticky here.
Oh.
It's thin, but it's definitely there. If that white ball was further towards the middle of the table, that would be fairly easy.
Yeah.
But the flatter you get to the ball you're trying to hit off that rail, it comes off sharper. But the red ball's looking good. But
I think he's looking at banking here.
Yep, he is.
He's going to come
So
around.
he also could come 2 rails, long, short, and hit
see
the
that.
edge of the red and then get the side rail again.
Yeah, like double the rail.
Oh, look at
kinda.
this.
Oh.
It's a crowd favorite.
Boy, he put some zing in that ball, didn't he?
He was giving himself every opportunity to have something happen.
Every cushion.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a note to you guys. This is the last preliminary round before we break into a final 16-player bracket. You can. Well, that was a nice shot.
Well, it's a little bit hard. You see how it would be natural position if you hit a little softer. But he hit it well. Scoring is key. You don't want to leave position for your opponent.
And
which he did because of the kiss.
We'll announce all the 16 finalists to you today as well.
Well, I'm one of them, so you can announce that now.
Dave Gross, congratulations.
It's a miracle.
Well, just being here is half the battle. You gotta show up if you want results.
It's true.
Brian is battling right now. He wants to close the gap here.
Yeah,
you can really see an air of determination from him.
Yeah, like I said, I think Brian has one loss. Wait, this
Almost.
is not over.
Almost.
I think he has one loss, and there's someone who's already in. So is it between him and someone else?
And someone else on
know.
another bracket. Geraldine would be nice if she's not doing anything right now, but look, she appears to be engrossed. No pun intended. See what I did there?
Yeah, that was really clever. See, a shot like that was real. You hit it great.
Yeah.
I think it gives you have a better chance of scoring that if you put more spin on the ball and you come short. So you go the ball, then the short rail, long rail, long rail. Then you could have 4 rails or right on the red. I couldn't tell if there was a kiss involved or.
Let me just ask you a quick tip while I have you here, because you do have somewhat more experience than the average player. What sort of advice would you have for the beginner that really wants to get into this game? I know that there's lack of access obviously is one thing, but for those who want to get into the game, what would you tell them?
Well, if they're serious to get into the game, and it depends how much experience they have as far as stroking the ball and applying left and right hand English and stuff like that. So I would say, let's say they're a pretty good pool player and they already understand angles.
Yes.
Just play around, get the feel of it.
Yeah.
First. But then shortly after that, you have to learn the diamond system. At least the corner 5 system, which takes you around the table 3 rails, the natural way. So that's very important. The other thing that I think is really important is learning your way around the cue ball. So this is, I'm speaking to pool players who know Danny Vasevich and the rifleman when they talk about the clock system as you go around the cue ball. Well, the clock system in billiards is basically 12 o'clock, which is none, 1 tip of English, 2 tips, 3 tips, and 4 tips. And so you need to be able to do that on a regular basis. So that's something also very good to practice.
And even when the billiards player says use maximum English, that can be That can be confusing too.
Yeah, well, it depends how much you can cue the ball, but maximum English is typically 4 o'clock. And that would be, if you're going from short rail to short rail, it would be basically a 3.5 diamond spread with maximum English. If you're at 3 o'clock, which is 3 tips, that would be 3 diamonds. You know, and then when you're going the short way, so rail to long rail, you cut that in half. So maximum would be like 1 3/4 diamond, or 3 would be 1.5 diamonds, things like that. And then once you kind of get a feel of the system, which is played basically with running English right from the beginning.
Right.
Because you want the cue ball to rotate in the same manner it would if you were to throw it with no English.
Yes.
And it picks up spin as it goes around because of friction and for whatever else reason. That's what would... so you could be more consistent.
That would be the standard.
That would be the standard, and that's about 1.5 tips.
Right, your baseline. You need a baseline.
Every table is different.
Yeah.
So you could test it when you get to a table.
Right. So when you have that baseline, then you can you can get accurate feedback from the table and the equipment.
And then this shot that Brian hit so beautifully, those short
Twice
angles.
in a row, actually.
Those short angles are really important.
Yeah.
So you could take certain shots and shoot them over and over again and kind of get a feel.
Yeah.
If the cue ball's a little bit behind the ball, what do you have to do to get the same
Then
angle
you know it's long
versus
and
cutting
short,
into it? Yes. But I would say tips of English and the diamond system are real important.
Okay.
And then there's a way that you could use the tips of English in pretty much every shot. So you could be as creative as you want. Look at this shot.
Wow.
That was terrific.
Yes, and also, I will mention that Brian has taken the lead now, 11-10. He's on a run of 3, and this is what I was noting, that he definitely looks determined. Does not want to lose this match.
And if you're around, that's a good shot.
Needs to come out of the corner. Didn't
just missed
go.
it.
Yeah.
And if you're around Brian ever, go up and ask him. He's very free with information and has a great way of presenting it.
That's good. That's good. I guess I would, I would have a suggestion for the beginner too, which would be to find a mentor that you can clearly understand. Because there are a lot of people that will explain things to you, make it very difficult to understand.
Right.
Well,
that's like golf. You want to get someone who's similar in size and the swing you want to emulate. And I don't mean Henderson's golf on a 6x12.
All of these tips and suggestions can be found at davegross.com. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding, guys.
Well, things have turned in Brian's favor, and some of that was because of Brian's good play.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Oh, this is a nice shot, too.
More choices. Now, do you come off the red ball from the inside and come short angle? Or do you go the long way? Or do you hit the red ball fairly full with spin, go to the short rail first, and then spin into the angle? So short, long, short, and then maybe pick up the long rail again.
Looks like he's drawing off the
Yeah,
red.
looks like he's playing the short
Or
angle.
spinning off the red. Yeah. That's
Did it
1,
well.
2, and Trey. Well, Brian has, I think he's locked in. I think he's dialed in a little. What do you think?
Yeah, he's playing great.
Got choices here, too.
Well, this is Do you hit it a little fuller and come 4 rails where you hit the side rail before the red, or do you hit it real thin?
Oh, he was
like
trying to
tried
go
do
long
there?
and drop in.
Yeah, I like that too.
I do too.
There's
It
no
actually-
kiss that way. And
Yeah, and there's a higher percentage of hitting the ball.
if
you have to
if
hit
you
the
hit
yellow.
the ball.
You have to hit the yellow though
After
first.
you hit the ball, you have a percentage of hitting the red ball.
It's a beautiful game. It really is. So
I would encourage everybody to play 3-cushion. It will improve your pool game considerably. You start handling the cue ball, you'll see things differently, especially a game like 1 pocket. It's a similar rhythm.
Yeah. You know, you'll also learn a few things about etiquette and stuff that does not come up a lot in pool, or does not transcend a lot in pool. And you know,
I agree with that.
you know, I mean, it's just something as simple as not getting up until the ball stops rolling. You actually find yourself planted in a chair a little longer playing 3-cushion because the balls take longer to stop.
And we all hug it out with each other. That's probably why Mason's sick.
I know. Boy,
Well, he was partnering with, I think, Joe D'Amato, and he was wearing a surgical mask because
Yeah.
he had the flu.
yeah.
So I'm guessing that's a likely culprit.
Yes. Yeah, because I was actually I was sick too, but I was very, very careful and conscious not to touch anybody, not to, you know, stick around anybody. I told everybody to stay away from me.
Yeah.
And then I even went as far as to not really touch any billiard equipment, you know, because I know that those germs do spread.
Yep.
Hand sanitizer, I was using that all the beginning of the week. I'm still using it.
So this shot he hit because it was a good safety shot,
Yes.
a chance of position, but he hit it so thin that it ended up being so hard that it's no longer a safety shot.
No.
He's going to come 4 rails behind this yellow ball, I would think.
You play a natural, right?
Yes. Yeah, the red ball, then the side, short side.
Actually, it's kind of a hard shot to miss. That's
It's
one
a-
of the easiest shots
it's a big ball.
in billiards, yeah.
I thought we just jinxed him.
I know, right? for a brief moment, it did look like that, didn't it?
I was so happy to see Mark again after so long. Mark Hansen. Yeah, Mark said he was having a problem with his hand. I don't think he's 100% physically, so, but he's enjoying himself. Yeah, different tables play differently. You just have to get used to them and kind of know your base system and where they should go, and then
Were you
test it.
you were around before tables? I mean, I'm not trying to date you, but you were around before the tables were heated, correct?
Way before.
Yeah.
We had we
And
had a sandpaper, a piece of rock.
And they
to
didn't
play
have
on.
this 300 cloth that we use
No,
today.
it was directional, so there was a long end and a short end.
Yeah, there was a nap, right?
Yeah. Now I did come after they switched from ivory, so I didn't play very often with ivory balls.
Oh, okay.
But yes, there was
Or
definitely
clay.
a nap.
The
No,
clay.
I don't know that they played clay billiard balls. They may have.
Oh, here we go. Timing. No.
Oh yeah, that's things have definitely changed.
Curly's Cues says that Brian is actually a good commentator.
I'll bet he is. He's a great instructor,
Yeah.
and he's cute too.
Mr. Gross. He reminds me of Sean Murphy, the snooker player. You know who I'm talking about?
I don't.
He'd probably like that if someone told him that. Sean Murphy is probably one of the best dressed snooker players out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna now have to book Brian to do some commentary. We're gonna
Oh,
force.
you definitely should.
We're gonna force him up here.
I just think he's going to be in the final 16, though. And I got to see my old friend Khalil Diab, who finished third in the, and he left before I had a chance to officially say goodbye to him.
And congratulate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he, I talked to him briefly after or just before the final day where they were playing those final matches, And I said, it's so good to see you play, and I know that you left the game in 2010. He says, I must be crazy. I'm having the time of my life. I can't believe I'm here. I'm just nuts. Like, I didn't come out the way.
No, I totally get it.
It's like, thank God for Gilbert Najim, who encourages him to stay in the game. Without these Scotch doubles events,
Right.
I don't think you would see Khalil come and play.
I have not met Gil before today, or this
You
event.
had not met Gil?
No.
Oh, really?
I've been away from the game. I mean, there's
For
so many
long.
people
That's
that
the gap
I don't
you
know
missed.
any
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, you missed a whole generation of players.
Right.
You knew Mason, though, because Mason was playing when he was 15.
Yeah, no, I knew Mason. I'm not sure when we met, if we met in Detroit, but I left in '76, so I might have seen him on one of my visits, but I didn't really get to know him until 1993.
Mason.
Yeah, amazing. So 16 billiards and 24 innings.
Yes, not a horrible showing.
No, that's nice.
And, last match we watched between Ramses and Jim Shovak, it was sort of the same thing, but then Ramses just ran 5 to close it out.
He beat Jim?
It was quite, it was quite a surprise visit.
Jim was undefeated up until that match, I think, in his bracket, and he was guaranteed to get into the final 16.
Jim has been playing very well. He ran 20 in 12 innings 2 days ago. That was a good shot.
Well, who
Mark.
hasn't?
Who hasn't? Yeah. The rest of the field. How about that?
Well,
actually,
there's
a
been
couple
at least
others.
4, and I think there was an 11-inning game.
That's true. That's true.
And 13-inning game.
Yeah. Not sure who the high run is so far. Do we have a high run?
I have no idea.
I don't even know if we have a high run award.
I was
I'm
told
sure
it
we
was
do.
$100 for if you're in the money, and I don't know if that just means in the final 16,
Right.
and $50 if you're out of the money.
I see. Okay.
I had a 7, but I'm sure that's not going to do anything. Sorry.
Is
My
this your old ringtone from Halloween?
My ringtone is Inca Roads from Frank Zappa.
Oh, okay. Frank Zappa, you take after my dad.
How old's your dad?
60. Well, he's my stepdad. He's 66.
Well, we're about the same age.
I got to play Spin the Bottle with Moon Zappa,
Nice.
his daughter.
Everybody's calling now. They must be hearing me. Either that or they just want to know what's going on. So how did that go?
I didn't, it didn't happen.
No spit swapping?
No, I think there were like 4 other people there, and our number didn't come up.
That's very cool, though, that you were in the lottery.
Yeah, and then I ran into her again like 3 months later. I mean, I must have been 15 years old, 16 years old. So ran into her again like 3 months later in some elevator in Hollywood,
Did you say, should we just kiss
I
now?
said, I
We missed
remember.
out.
I said, I remember you. You're Moon. She's like, oh yeah. I think she wasn't too proud of that evening, so she squeaked away as quickly as possible.
Spin the Bottle was my first kiss on the lips, and I got tricked into it. I was so shy. I was saying no, 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 and they said, well, I'll kiss you on the cheek. And then, or kiss my cheek, and then she moved her face over, and I got some lip. It was kind of fun.
Yes,
I like
was.
memories like that.
It was Moon Unit Zappa. That's true. Yeah, I grew up in sort of the music industry when I was a kid. So.
Well, so do you know who Art Tripp is? His nickname's Doc.
No, I don't know Art.
He's a percussionist who actually played percussion and drums with Frank Zappa, like during the earlier years, Uncle Meat and Weasels Rip My Flesh, that kind of stuff. Well, he's very active on onepocket.org.
Oh, I did not know that.
Gulfport Doc.
Okay. I come from the blues background. My dad was a bass player for John Mayall and the Blues Breakers.
Oh,
so
how impressive!
Yeah, was
he there during Eric Clapton time?
Yeah, briefly on tour. He was a tour. He played on the road with.
I'm so
jealous. He was there with Mick Taylor.
Nice.
Taylor and Peter Green.
Nice.
So we were friends with Peter Green and Mick Taylor and all of the Fleetwood Mac, Jeremy Spencer.
Right. That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, but.
Did he have a soul patch under his lip?
He did once in a while. Yeah, he did. It's so funny that you mentioned that. He did. So that's how I ended up in the U.S. because he would go on tour so often that we finally decided to move to the United States from Great Britain.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I digress. I apologize, guys.
Well, you could apologize to the audience. I'm interested.
Good.
Sorry, audience. So here's another choice. I think he's going to hit the right side of the yellow and come short.
You're right.
But too short.
Yeah.
But he avoided the kiss.
Wow, did you see that ball kill on that rail, that white?
Yeah, the tables are playing a little sharp, so they are going to come across. So just for people to get creative, he could go 2 rails, the side rail, the end rail, hit the bottom of the white ball, and bounce back to the short rail. This is a great hit, but I don't think it's going to score.
Almost backed in. Mark Karpowitz asks, will the final 16 be single elimination? I believe so.
They are traditionally. It is single elimination.
Yeah, this is traditionally what we've done, but there will be like Dave was mentioning earlier, there will be a playoff to establish 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
Right. There's money at every position.
Yes.
Once you lose, you're out. Now, if you're the first round and you lose, you're done.
Yeah.
9 through 16 split the same amount of money. If you lose the next round, which would be 5th through 8th, there would be some way to play off so that there's going to be a 5th place winner, 6th, 7th, 8th.
That's a beautiful shot. That is a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
My biggest flaw in three cushion billiards, and when I first started playing, was I'd hit the ball way too hard. I would,
I think everybody does that.
and I still suffer from that. That's I think a problem I have now is not knowing when I need to hit a ball soft and when I need to really, hit it a little harder.
Unless you're...
Look at that shot.
Yeah, that's nice. So that was important to hit soft, so it took time to draw into that sharp angle.
Yeah.
But unless you need the speed to go around the table like 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
you very rarely have to hit it all that
Skip
hard.
it. Yeah.
I mean, there's times you have to hit it medium speed and hit it authoritatively, if that's the correct term.
This looks like it's going to get there.
Yeah.
Wow. He found it.
Yeah, he played it off the side rail, but
I lost count of the balls. It is now 20-12. That is it. In 28 innings, Brian HAFF, who we are going to have to book
it's probably a good
for
idea.
some commentary later, maybe tomorrow, hopefully. I mean, but he's going to be playing too, so I'll go up and chat with him a little later today. Dave Gross, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm really happy to see you here too. By
Thank
the way,
you, Daniel. It
you're
was
not
fun.
You're not just a pretty face. You're also a good player.
pro-
Nice match, Brian. I don't want to. I'm still a little ill. I don't want to. Thank you.
I promised Daniel I would wear a POV Pool patch on my vest. We ironed it on, and it was just hanging on by a thread. And in three cushion, if that were to fall off and hit a ball, then it's a foul.
You'd have lost.
So I decided
I
to pull
take
them
no
all off.
offense. I take no offense.
Well, you say that, but
But
I
you
know
know,
how disappointed
It's
you
always
are.
nice to carry it. It's always nice to carry a needle and thread around with you. No, I'm kidding. All right, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. And I'm going to update you guys on everything as soon as possible. Also, you can check out ProfessorCueball.com, and you get some results and all that good stuff, too. So that's it for the preliminaries, folks. We're going to break into a final 16. We have Florian Kohler coming in, 9 p.m. Mountain. 9 p.m. Mountain. We're going to have an exhibition. Sorry, folks. We're going to have an exhibition from Florian Venom Trick Shots Kohler. And this is a rare treat because we never see him do anything on a billiard table. We're always seeing him doing his exhibitions on pool tables. So be sure and check us out. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Florian Kohler, Venom Kohler, will be doing some trick shots right here on POV Pool. So thanks a lot, everybody. We'll be right back. Congratulations to Brian HAFF. Thanks again to Dave Gross. And thanks to all of you guys for watching and for contributing in the chat room.